Hey everybody, Chris Sapienza here, the administrator for Release the Pounds. I hope you're all well. And I hope you don't mind me sharing a little bit today. I wanted to touch base on this Sappy Sunday, and I think I'm going to start calling it Sappy Sundays every Sunday. I'm making a commitment to posting every week a video for my own needs. I need to be posting in order to keep myself accountable, in order to keep my brain active and feel creative. I haven't been posting on my own page here for quite a bit of time. A huge part of was because my depression had kind of snuck back in, and I was not in a good place for over 2 months of really dark, sad, heavy feelings. And I'm not going to get into all of those reasons. I am coming out of it. I'm on the other side of it now, which I'm thrilled and grateful for and blessed. I have wonderful people in my world who have been incredibly supportive and have given me a shoulder to cry on and given me some sound advice. And I'm feeling better about moving forward on journeys beyond just weight loss. Anyhow, so I wanted to share because I hadn't really told everybody. About a year or so ago, if most of you remember, I started a program called New Directions. And it was wonderful. And it really worked well. And like any program, you need to work the program in order for it to work. And it was great up until the point where my schedule started getting chaotic and I couldn't use all the foods that they provide because I didn't have kitchens with me, or I was traveling or whatever. And call it excuses, call it whatever you want. I had a hard time fitting it into my life. So I stopped the program back in November, this past November, at the same time when all of my personal world sort of started to collapse around me as well. So I had weight gain, I had some family issues, I had some major work issues. Life just kind of hit me all at once, and it really pulled me out of my mindset to focus on me and focus on the food and being well. And I'm starting back with a new therapist who specializes in food addiction. One of the things that most programs, Weight Watchers, New Directions, any of these programs out there do not necessarily deal with is food addiction. And when I get into a depressed state, I throw all care to the wind and I just say, I don't care, I'm eating. I don't care what food it is. I don't care how bad it is for me. I don't care. And that's the big thing. I don't care. And I didn't care for over 2 months. In that time, I basically gained close to, not all, but close to the 40 pounds back that I had lost. It's embarrassing. It's humiliating. And I'm not mad at myself either because I understand how I got there. Do you know what I mean? So it's funny, this process actually didn't offend me in terms of getting me pissed off. I'm mad at myself. Oh, woe is me. I know why I gained the weight back. I understand it. I also know that I couldn't control that part of my world. Depression is difficult. It's a silent beast. I have posted on my personal page a photograph, an artist rendering of someone who's got this profile photo, someone smiling, thrilled, hey, hi. But on the inside, their brain, they show a photo of that person curled up in a fetal position, head covered, crying. And a lot of times in my world, that's what I seem to have to do. I always have to put on the good face. Everybody expects me to be jovial and outgoing and gregarious and funny and the life of the party and the ambassador to all. And it is not easy to do a lot of the times. And it had been harder for me over the past couple of months. With that being said, it's not that I don't want to be that person. I enjoy it. I find joy in that. And I'm kind of, like I said, I'm coming out the other side. I have a new therapist who's helping me with some of this stuff. And I'm realizing more and more that I am not able to control any of my surroundings. I can only control myself. It's very much the serenity prayer. And I'm understanding that more and more. I'm understanding that this journey of weight loss is not one that should be specific to a number on a scale. And those of us who were in our Saturday Weight Watcher class, WW class, I guess that's what we're calling it now, up in the studio, Terry we had a great class. Terry kicked butt on class that day because it wasn't about the numbers. She was focusing everybody on our why. And a lot of people, it's for their health, as most everybody is. For me personally, my why, and I said this in class, I said it might sound vain, but it is an image thing. As an actor, as someone in the entertainment industry, image is all what your career kind of somewhat can be based on. If I don't look apart, I'm not going to get the role. And I have been shot down over this past year. I have every audition, everything I've gone on, callbacks. I have not booked anything. And my career is in major flux right now. Reflux. I've got reflux. But my career is in major shift mode. And I need this. I need this to change because I want to be back to performing full time. And I need to do what I need to do to make it work. Shit or get off the pot, my father would say, So it's a matter of cracking down on that. My health insurance just shifted for the new year. My diabetes coverage for my medications is ridiculous. My medications now are over 200. My one I only take one is over $280 a month. I cannot afford that. Now the good thing thank God, I'm knowledgeable and I have people in my world who teach me diabetes. I can fix. If you're type 2, you can fix diabetes without medication by moving your body, by eating correctly. These are things that can fix and self-heal. So why not do that, Chris? It's free, right? I have a gym membership. I love the people at my gym. So get on it. And I kind of, with my depression, started coming out of it when I realized that nobody else is going to do these changes for me. It has to be me. I can't sit and feel sorry for myself because I'm in a job I don't like, because my family has their own crisis issues going on. I can't fix any of that. That's their issues. And I become more empowered to feel and state that I am changing things for me. And if you don't like how it's going to work, I'm sorry, but I'm doing for me. I've got to become number one again. And it is a lesson. It's taken me 6 years to really start. I've said this before, that it's about me and trying to get my health in line and whatnot. But for that aha moment to really click in, it took 6 years for it to happen. And I think I hit my lowest low this past couple of months. When I go into my dear friend's office at work and truly had a breakdown. Man cries where I could not breathe. It sort of woke me up. It really woke me up. I'm like, I need to move on. My life is not as terrible as I'm making it out to be. I've created a lot more than needs to be there. Do it. Let's get to work and do it. Are there going to be better days or worse days than others? Yes. Will I be, not up to par with my points some weeks? Possibly. Will I miss a couple works out? Possibly. Look, my life is crazy with schedule. I could be anywhere, any given day for any amount of time. I might be in New York. I might have to be in Philly for something. I might be all over around about. And my schedule is one that right now is unsettled. So I have to try to work within it in the best way I can for my workouts and for my eating, and be mindful as I can. But I am done. I have walked into my way into the WW meetings, and I go weighed in, and I'm like, whatever. I don't even look at the number. It's not about that number anymore. I don't care what the weight says. It has to come back to how I feel. Going back to the gym, by the way, I was there 4 days last week, and I'm planning on doing 4 days this week. Going back to the gym has released so much of the anxiety that I had, so much of it. And after a workout, I always seem to have more clarity. Now, it's a proven scientific fact that the endorphins kick out into your system when you work out, and especially if you're moving, getting your heart rate up. It is a fact for me that it helps me. My dear friend Jean and I talk. I said, Gene, it happened again. I wasn't working out for those 2 months, and now I started working out and I feel better. Hello? Well, then maybe I should keep working out. I don't know. Right? It's like, I don't know what it is about it that I didn't. My schedule in November was nuts. My schedule in December was it was one thing after another, but I have to find time to always make it a priority in my day now. I have to try my best. I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. So you got to jump on board as best as possible. With that said, the workouts helped clear the brain. Seeing clearer now, and I'm making more of a push forward. I've sat down and, I've started working on my new show, my one-man show, because if nobody is going to cast me, guess what? I'm going to do my own thing. I'm going to create. And it's about taking the steps forward to better my life in whole. And then the end result will be weight loss. So I encourage you all, why I'm telling you all this in 12 minutes, geez. I'm encouraging you all to forget about the numbers on the scale for a good while. Don't worry about what the numbers say. Don't worry about feeling you have to weigh in and expect a number that's going to be less. Release that altogether. We need to find better sensibility in terms of our mental state and in terms of how we feel about who we are and what we're doing, and set a goal for ourselves that is attainable. And then we can see, once we're happy with where we are in our world, right? Once we find peace in ourselves, only then are we going to be able to really approach that next part of the journey with confidence and with security and without doubt or guilt or whatever. I think we'd be surprised at what those results would be. I went into weigh-in this week, and I wasn't again thinking about numbers, and I peeked at my book. Actually, didn't pick up my book. The girl behind the counter is like, "Okay, Chris, not bad this week." And she said, "You're down a good 4." And I'm like, "What?" And I looked at the book, and it was exactly 4 pounds. So I lost 4 pounds this week. And I wasn't thinking about losing 4 pounds this week. I was thinking about getting myself mentally prepared and healthy and doing for me again and being active and doing something I enjoy. I enjoy going to the gym. I know people don't, and I'm not saying that that's what you have to do, but find joy in whatever it is in your world that brings you peace. And that will help guide you, hopefully, to a healthier habit. And do small things. I had started back at the gym 1 day a week. Then I did 2. I wasn't tracking, but I was being mindful. I made a note of everything that I was eating in my brain. And then the following week I started tracking. And three days I tracked fine, and then the rest of the week I didn't track at all. And this past week, I tracked everything, and I put everything down. And it wasn't the best food choices, but I put it all down so I could see what was going on. So this coming week is about doing the workouts, now that I'm up to 4 days. My goal is 4 days a week. And tracking with a much more mindful approach to keep my points in check, right? and see what that brings. Terry said, now keep working the plan. You can't have a great week and then sabotage it all. I have this habit of sabotaging myself. My therapist said, you've got a full hand. You've got a hand with a full house in it, like cards. She's like, you're afraid to play it. Play that full hand. Pull that full house. Play the hand that you're dealt. She said, what's the worst that can happen? What's the worst that can happen if you play that hand? You have another hand that's dealt you, and you play that hand. And I'm using that not so much about food, but in my life. I have to take a leap of faith and make some decisions that will change my world. I was nervous about it and scared about it, but I'm not anymore. I'm looking forward to it. And because I'm finding comfort and joy in that and looking forward to change, I have to put my faith in my universe, in my God, my relationship with my spiritual guides that I have, that it will work out. And I'm putting my best foot forward. I've got a ton of auditions coming up. This coming week, I have one. Next week, in 2 weeks, not this week, the following week, I think I have 5 auditions. And then I have a couple in February already lined up. So I'm doing what I need to do to get ready for the future. And I hope you do the same. Find whatever it is that brings joy to your world. Hold on to it. Don't let that go. And don't worry about the number on the scale. Whatever you do, forget the number. Find the joy. Get yourself back into place and then move forward. There's a wonderful book that I have to reread, and my friend Gina again reminded me of it. It's called Nourishing Wisdom. Oh, I don't have it. I thought I had my iPad here. And I will post the direct information, but Nourishing Wisdom. And it's all about the psychological connection we have with food. And I think it would be good for all of us to read. Okay, I'm done. 17 minutes, sorry. But I wanted to share. I'm back alive. My spirit is coming back in a much better way. And I think doing this, and by the way, I don't know, I'm in my new space. So having a space that I created that is perfect for these Sappy Sunday videos is kind of cool. So I'm going to be doing this, like I said, more often. So every week, look for a little something. Have a cup of tea, sit and drink with me. Okay. Have a great day. Have a great week. And we'll talk soon. Bye.